Yeah, it's your boy DJWOLF here again on a beautiful midweek Wednesday. You know what time it is. It's that time of the year where people go out to the cherry blossom parades out here in the DMV. In any case, a couple of things on my mind. Trying to remember one before I forget it. Cat Williams. What is the deal with this dude, man? He got arrested a couple of times in the last 2 weeks, and then he got to a big fight in Philly with Beanie Siegel boys. One of his boys anyway. And then the next thing you know, it was at a Beanie Siegel concert, and he got into a fight with somebody from Beanie's crew, and a number of dudes went in and jacked his ass. They beat up Cat Williams. So Cat Williams, of course, denied that whatever was going on wasn't exactly what it was. Then I saw him last week on some website giving away a Lamborghini. Matter of fact, I heard he gave away a Lamborghini in another car. I said, really? One of them he gave, of course, to Beanie Siegel. I was like, really? Yeah, $100,000 Lamborghini. Are you nuts? But you know what? Hey, if he got the money to do it, hey, God bless him. Anyway, just wish I could get one. Or at least get the cash for it anyway. But the latest is a real kicker. Today, I'm looking on the website. This fool, I watched the actual video. This fool got into a fight with a 7th grader. I guess the 7th grader came up to him and said something to him. I didn't actually get to hear the audio about it. I didn't get to hear the audio, but I saw the video. He came up and stepped up to Cat Williams. Actually, he was a little taller than Cat Williams. And he said something to Cat Williams. I guess Cat Williams just popped him. He threw a left on him. I was like, what? Dude, it actually looked like a right hook. But he threw a punch at him. Now the boy down there got the tussling and stuff, and the boy got the best of Cat Williams, had to pull the boy off of him. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, Cat Williams? Seriously, dude? Seriously? 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 What the fuck is wrong with you? Excuse my French. What's wrong with you, dude? Now you getting in fights with 7th graders. You throwing punches at 7th graders. Now, most people say they thought it was staged. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of odd. Because really, if it wasn't staged, he should have been arrested for doing it. But, nevertheless, I think he's trying to sell wolf tickets, so to speak. People want to still buy or go get his shows anyway. The other thing, I haven't seen it. I plan on trying to see if I can get a hold of a video copy, or at least get a hold of the video of black people who are in support of Donald Trump. Oh yeah, this is a new one. And of course, this is a ploy to get black people to vote for Donald Trump. This get, somehow or another, this video was like to say, oh, see, the blacks love me, kind of deal. And I think they interviewed a number of them, and they all look like they were kind of like modestly upper middle class, upscale people. Of course, why I go to this website and people are saying, oh, they forgot that they black. How the fuck you gonna forget you black even if you doing well? No one ever forgets they're black if they're doing well. You might get bougie, but hell, and that's how some people are, But no, usually you don't forget if you got any kind of common sense about your heritage, you're not gonna forget. Unless you're just trying to be white altogether, like Sammy Sosa or somebody. That's another story. But of course, you're not likely to forget your heritage. But that's not what I'm talking about here. What really tripped me out is one of the people who they interviewed. They asked him, why are you into Donald Trump? Why do you like him so much? And this female, of course. I don't know if she's a hood rat or what. Can't say. I didn't hear the interview, but all I know was a quote. This crazy woman was quoted as saying, and I quote, the reason, well, they said, they asked me, why you like Donald Trump? And she was quoted as saying, because he's gangster. Really? You want a president that's not cordial or diplomatic? You like the president, had no problem having the president because he's gangster. That's one of the most retarded things I've ever heard. Yeah, you would vote for Donald Trump. You like Donald Trump, and you would vote for him because he's gangster. Yeah, nothing says fucked up ass presidency better than gangster. Right. Nothing says taking you back 400 years says it better than gangster. Nothing. Seriously? Well, what side of the plantation are you on, woman? Yeah, and I'm being nice about what I'm saying. What side of the plantation are you on? Because apparently you're on the plantation side where you would actually suck up to Donald Trump. And I do mean suck with a capital S. And I'm being nice about that. Like I said, I'm going to try to change. I said I was going to try to cut out, not cuss as much as I used to. I really am. It's hard, but I'm trying. But I just could not believe that. And like I said, for me personally, I said, and I know people should vote. You really should vote. But you really should vote your mind and your conscience and your common sense. It's going to be kind of hard because this is going to be a rough election year. I can see it already. Of course, if you don't already know, Trump and Clinton won decisively in the key states that they were trying to win. And I heard Bernie Sanders won. I think it was Utah. I don't remember, but I just heard about that today. That both Trump and Clinton did win in their prospective states that they were trying to win. My thing is, I just wish we had came up with some better choices other than what we got now, because these choices are absolutely 100% lousy. I would have actually put what was our governor name? The one that was O'Malley. I would have actually rather saw O'Malley than Clinton. I would have gave him a chance. Really, I would have voted for him. He wasn't a bad governor, but I would have voted for him more than Clinton. That's real talk. But unfortunately, I think he dropped out the race or something like that. He didn't stick around long, so that's unfortunate. But in any case, oh boy, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's something that I kind of want to talk about, but maybe I shouldn't talk about this. Nah, you know what? Nah, never mind. I will say this. As I get older, and I'm going to say it, I'm going a little out on a limb about this. I notice as I get older, I don't know if it's me or that some women seem to come on to me a little bit more. And yes, I am married. I'm happily married. I've been married for almost 25 years this year. End of the year will mark 25 years. Yep. So we got a big thing planned this year. But I really don't want to talk about it. I mean, I kind of want to. It's nothing bad. I think it's a compliment, maybe somewhat on some level, because I think I'm going to just, maybe I'll talk about it on another show. But I will say this. I have noticed lately that some women, maybe not quite close to my age, but maybe maybe a little bit younger than me or around my age, lately I've been getting some major vibes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my beard or something. I don't know. Hey, I'll roll with it. I have no problem with it. I mean, I don't mean roll with I'll talk to them. I'll say, ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing, don't hurt to talk. That's as far as it's going anyway. But still working on my exercise. I'm going to try to get up early tomorrow and do it. I've been saying it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I haven't done it yet. I've done some things. I've actually cut back on eating and stuff, eating on, junk and all that. That's something I have cut back on. I eat a lot more vegetables. Whether it shows in my gut or not, I don't know. I haven't really noticed it, but I guess it has, on some respects, a little bit. If I could get back out to exercise like I used to, man, I think I'd be in good shape this year. because I really desperate. My doctor told me I need to lose 30 pounds. And right now, I'm barely at 10. You know. But I am losing the weight, which is good. I'm just not losing quite where I want to be. I'm just not quite where I want to be at yet. Really? You still want to try to come over here? Anyway, boy, I tell you. People, you know what? People try to get on the merge lane, and you have the right of way. They're supposed to be merging to you instead of trying to slow down to merge, and they want to speed up. It's the dumbest damn thing ever. You know, I guess when the weather gets good, people just get stupid. They really do. You know, I don't know. It's just crazy. Well, I don't have much else to go on right now. I will say this. I think sometimes, I was saying that thing about, about how I noticed that I guess as I get older, I get more attention from women. But also as I get older, I get more depressed. I don't know why. I do. I guess because I know I'm getting older. And you have to watch what you eat. You can't eat like you used to. That's fine with me. I need to cut back on eating a lot of junk anyway, which I have. I wish I had the opportunity to exercise more. And I don't have, I haven't done that. So, but I think that maybe I need to do more of that. But getting old, somebody says, my dad told me one day, he think that getting old sucks. And to some degree, I think you're right, but you have to enjoy life for what it is. You have to do, like something I did this year. I colored my beard. I may do it again. For right now, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for a little while. Let it get thick, and maybe by midsummer I'll color. I don't. Why would guys be talking about doing it? I don't know, but there's guys do it. They do it all the time. So yeah, maybe I'll leave it like this for a little while. Let it get thick. Yeah, let it get some thickness on it. Let me wash these foods right here. But anyway, let me get off of here. I'm going to do a show later this week, hopefully by Friday for certain. Do my first spring show for the spring. Man, winter went by quick. Anyway, this DJ, I'm glad it did though. This DJ Wolf. Hit me up with comments, questions, debates, whatever, what have you, whatever's on your mind. For all to hear at gmail.com, for all to hear on Twitter, and for all to hear on YouTube. This DJ Wolf saying, hey, guys, go out there, enjoy the weather, spring. Yeah, as I told my son about his new interest, his new love interest, I said, to be loved. Okay, talk to you guys later.